Hi, my name is Anthony, and this is my management concept final presentation, final PowerPoint. And through this PowerPoint, we are going to be going over the four functions of management, Chipotle as an organization, and providing a Christian worldview. Um, Over the span of this 8-week course, I've gained an insight and understanding of each of these four functions of management: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And I've realized that they're not just concepts that are understood, but they have to be applied within organizations, especially if I want to be a manager and a leader. So this presentation will serve as an overview of management functions and how they can be applied to the organization of Chipotle. And I'm going to provide scripture to provide a Christian worldview and an overview of this management concepts. So function number one, planning. There's planning, goal setting. I thought this was very important. Planning integrates the establishment of organizational objectives and defining the strategies to achieve them effectively. It is the foundation upon which the mission statement guides strategic, tactical, and operational goals, shaping the organization's future endeavors. And then there's strategy formulation. Strategy formulation, it's the decisive process of crafting and executing strategies that foster a fit between the organizations and its environment. This is so that the organization's goals actually come to realization, and it contains all the steps of strategy formulation and execution. Finally, we have managerial decision making. This is the process of identifying challenges and opportunities within an organization, and then assessing programmed and non-programmed decisions, understanding various decision styles such as directive, analytical, conceptual, and behavioral, and then being mindful of cognitive biases. I can go through some of these, such as loss aversion, confirmation, and overconfidence biases. This comprehensive approach will ensure sound, unbiased decisions in organizational management. That is number one, planning. Number two, we have organizing. The three areas that I'm going to cover is organizational structure, managing innovation and change, and then managing human talent. Organizational structure, it involves developing and deploying resources, encompassing work specialization, creating a chain of command, and departmentalization. All this is to adapt new goals and technologies, promoting agility and responsiveness. And that's an organization structure is super important to the flow of communication and to the flow of authority. Then we have managing innovation and change. This is super important, especially in our day and age where we have seen such a rapid increase in technology and even the way that we lead. Managing innovation and change requires fostering a culture of creativity. That means that we have to embrace innovations that might be disruptive and adopt what our book would say, ambidextrous approach that balances existing capabilities with new opportunities. Then we have managing human talent, HR. This involves finding the right people, maintaining an effective workplace, and adapting to global changes by emphasizing employability. Using a lot of the techniques that HR will use is like rewards, benefits, and even termination strategies, so that we have a response to our work environment challenges. Okay, now we have not planning, leading. This is where I spent the most time, and I thought it was the most interesting. Number one, understanding individual behavior. This is so important to the concept of leadership, because we have to recognize formal and informal leadership, and then also understanding the significance of followership. All of this is so that we can promote critical thinking among both leaders and the followers, and distinguish between the power and influences. Okay, leadership. Leadership is the art of influencing. We are influencing others to achieve desired goals and outcomes. To be an effective leader, you have to focus both on organizational objectives and the well-being of team members. recognizing the importance of balancing power and influence, and then using it to foster a sense of purpose among team members. Motivating employees. This entails identifying individual needs, understanding how these needs drive our behavior, and then employ a mix of intrinsic and extrinsic rewards. An intrinsic rewards comes from internal satisfaction, and extrinsic rewards are like promotions and raises. These two can be used to create a motivational environment. Now we have managing communication. This is essential for an organization so that we can unite a people around a shared purpose. So that means communicating a vision, values, and then persuading and influencing others to align their actions with overarching goals, and addressing challenges to maintain cohesive communication framework. We're going to go into one of the frameworks when we look at Chipotle. Finally, we have leading teams. Leading teams requires building a unit and guiding them through the stages of developing a team, which is forming, storming, norming, and performing. And then finally, adjourning. Effective team leadership involves establishing norms, managing conflicts, and ensuring all members interact together, sharing a common goal and working collaboratively to achieve objectives. Last one, controlling. This is super simple. I would say that the most important thing is that we manage quality and performance. This involves creating systematic processes that regulate an organization's activities so that we have consistency and we're consistently meeting expectations. Effective control requires the use of information to identify deviations from the standards so that we can take corrective actions and emphasize the importance of getting back to the standard. One method that's super important is a feedback control model. Okay, now we're going to look at Chipotle as an organization. They use each of these management functions very, very well. Let's look at planning. They have mission and value statements. The planning of Chipotle is guided by a mission statement to provide food with integrity. It emphasizes the use of ethically sourced and responsibly raised ingredients. They have a commitment to owning responsibility and healing the planet, and that shapes their strategic goals. They foster a positive impact on the world through their menu offerings. All of that, the mission and the value, helps plan out how Chipotle is going to chase after goals and create systems. All right. How do they do organizing? Well, they have a clear organizational structure. There's a hierarchy. It goes from the board of the directors to CEO to regional management to store managers to shift supervisors, and then where I worked as an employee, a team member. This structure requires effective communication from the top to the bottom and even coordination. So we need a seamless flow of operations from top to bottom. That is organization or organizing. Then they do leading very well. It revolves around training and developing employees. They instill safety protocols, customer service standards, and they teach you the company's core values. They're trying to get the culture from the CEO and the board and the wall into the hearts of their employees. They empower their staff to perform effectively so that they can ensure a high level of quality in their service and their food. Lastly, controlling. When I worked there was regular feedback loops from the store managers. The store managers, they play a crucial role at Chipotle. They provide regular feedback to employees, they recognize their strengths, and then offer constructive criticism when necessary. This feedback loop is a valuable mechanism for skill improvement and enhanced performance, which aligns with Chipotle's commitment to maintaining quality high standards. Controlling, leading, organizing, planning all comes back to the beginning, the mission and value statements, and all of it comes to realization when you walk through each different step. A Christian worldview. In a Christian worldview, the principles of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling find their foundation in biblical wisdom. I have a couple of verses. Proverbs 16:3 reminds us to commit our plans to the Lord, trusting in his guidance. That means we got a plan with the Lord if we're a Christian. All right. Organizing. 1 Corinthians 14:40. It emphasizes the importance of orderly conduct in organizing tasks. Very, very important. Leading. Philippians 2:3-4. Do nothing out of self-ambition. ... In humility, value leading others above, or value others above yourself. As a leader, as a manager, you got to be leaders, not just dictators, not just commanders. Got to be people that are bringing other people along on the journey. Okay, controlling. Colossians 3:23 teaches us to work diligently as if we're serving the Lord directly. That means in the processes, in the feedbacks, in maintaining a high standard. This all goes back to, we're not just doing this for the company or for our employees or for money. We're actually doing this for the Lord. This is a Christian worldview on the 4 concepts of management. Thank you so much. I appreciate this class and how much it has taught me about really what it means to be a manager and how to manage well.